Testing, testing. Good evening, traders. This is Matrix here, and here's my watch list for December 4th. Something you should know, it's pretty funny. This is actually the second time around I'm recording this watch list because the first time I forgot to turn on my mic. Okay, so let's do this again. Tonight I got 4 tickers for you guys. This evening, it's 2 a.m. It's late, so I'm going to get on with it and trying to make this as brief as possible. RH. Restoration Hardware basically announced earnings after hours, and we got a massive run up here, kind of like a 20-point gain, 23, 24-point gain. Okay, so on the daily chart, looking back at last time it ran up, move the clock out of the way. Last time it ran up like that, it's basically an earnings reaction as well. It dipped at the open and then it ran continually. But I like to note this was a 52-week high run. Right now, the stock is currently sitting at around the 149 area, so which is right here. But on a daily chart, you don't see the candle coming out yet because TFS charting is pretty shit that way. So a few marks I'll be looking at. These ideas are not really concrete just yet, but we'll have to define it a little bit more in the pre-market. I'll be watching the 150 and also 153 as well. 153 being the after hours high, okay, and also a very whole number. The 150 mark is a key psychological whole number as well, as you can see. As far as chart resistance go, it kind of like the only thing that's kind of making sense right now is this doji candle on the 150 mark, right? So, and it's very close to 150, so we have to be very reactive from here tomorrow. The only thing I like about the 150 mark is just because it's a psychological whole number. All right. So resistance R1 or resistance 1, it's going to be 153. Support, as far as support go, I'm looking at 147. So let's mark that off. I want to mark that off at the daily chart as well to show you guys why 147. It's basically right there. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this massive red candle on daily chart here with significant volume, and the high of this candle would be my first support level at 147, and then a little bit below we have also 142.50 to 143. I like 142.50 actually. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, if I draw a horizontal line across 142.50, you see on this massive day gap up with the massive volume here, this is the lows of that candle as well, and this horizontal line meets up very well. Also looking at this area, oh, whoops. Also looking at this area right here. So here's that 153 level. Mark that off. And if 153 breaks out, we could get a squeeze up into 155. However, the stock is very overextended right now, like literally stupid extended right now. So I do like tomorrow for a profit taking day, maybe a little pop. What I want to see is a grind up pre-market back up to this after hours high and then sell off from there and then react. If it sells off under 150, I'm going to look for a pop and drop. And if it sells off even more under this 147, once again, pop and drop. The final support area, 142.50, right there. As you can see, that's where it reacted. And where is it on the 1 minute chart? Yeah, this mark is good, 142.50. So that's my idea on RH. Next up, we have LULU. Lululemon ran up basically kind of like in anticipation of earnings. I like to make a note here that Lululemon today made the news announcing that they were supposed to announce earnings on the day of mourning on Wednesday. However, the stock market is closed that day, and they moved it to the after-market close on Thursday to announce their earnings. Now, looking at this right now, Lulu is getting bought up in anticipation of earnings, and hold on, TFS just disconnected on me here, so I gotta log back in real quick. Just give me a sec. So what I'm looking at is TFS is LULU is coming up in anticipation of earnings. And basically, we are overextended. We are running into a key psychological whole number at 140 here. Okay, tomorrow I want to see this 140 fail in the pre-market. If it doesn't, it might pop up a little bit. It might pop up to around this 141 as well. All right, it's coming into, where's 141? Right there. It's coming into the 50 SMA on the daily chart, but as you can see, 140, 141, very key. And tomorrow I like to see a pullback day. If it pops up and over, it could run all the way to 145 though, and LULU definitely has what it takes to do that. As you can see here, this area, this was last time it had earnings. So this was the earnings shot up and then it ran. When LULU pulls up like this, it does have the potential to run another day. So let's zoom back here. How much volume was here? Yeah, around the same amount of volume when it pulls up. So it does have potential to come up and then sell off. That's what I'll be looking for, like a pop and drop. LULU. Next up, we have TTWO. Okay, TTWO sold off huge today. Basically because an article came out saying the new game Red Dead Redemption 2 has its flaws on the beta online version. I am looking for the pop and drop once again. It does look like it sold off a lot, but I still think since the stock has cleared a key support level, I still think it does have some more room to come down. Tomorrow, I'm going to look for a pop into this 105 area and then drop, bring it back down to 100, maybe even a little bit more. If not, at least test the low of today at 101. All right, so that's what I'm looking for. Really dependent on how 105 reacts. So if in the pre-market we get above and starts holding, I'm going to look for a dip and hold. We could see a run, and the stock could run back up to this 109.50 or 109 area before it sells off again. So we're going to watch out for that. TTWO. And finally, my main watch is AMD. Okay, AMD had a massive run today. Basically, they ran on the gap up of the SPY. Come on now. Okay, so they gapped up along with the SPY and ran hard. Now, what I'm looking at is the key area of 24 right now. So let's take a look at that here, 24, which is a key psychological whole number. And as you can see, draw that horizontal line across. It matches perfectly. It's got some chart resistance. And I'm going to look for a pop and a short right back down. And I'm going to look to target 2250 would be my target area for the short down. Looking at this intraday chart, we are following an uptrend line. Okay, but the stock is trading a little bit below the 24, so about 40 cents up. We'll have to be very reactive at the 24 area. So let's take a look at 24 tomorrow. I think bringing it back down to 2250 definitely doable if my thesis plays out. That's basically it for my watch list this evening. I also like to mention that tomorrow in the morning we have Dollar General announcing for an earnings as well. So I'll be watching that pre-market. That makes it actually 5 tickers to be in play tomorrow. And make sure you guys hit the like button. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening.